Alright, we've got an Annie ban and one more coming. If I can find a Chinese restaurant that's still open, that's where I'll be headed, but I probably can't. And Elise. So our 4 bans are Annie, Teemo, Lulu, and Elise. And should be going into draft pick momentarily. And call. Alright, everybody's ready. On we go. You can ask. I don't promise I'll answer. Oh, let me put my summoner blockers up. You can ask. I may not answer. Continue. We have a Kayle ban coming out from Competarius. Wukong ban coming from Sifu. Jayce ban coming from Competarius, trying to prevent the damage output that Sifu was giving last game. Favorite Dominion champion, Lulu. Favorite Summoner's Rift champion, Sona. Don't play that much Dominion anymore just because I'm kind of a bit on a break. I kind of burned myself out on continuous play. Been playing a bit of PG. Kha'Zix ban coming out from Sifu Calvin. And I'll probably get back into it as soon as if Riot does a little bit more tweaking. My tier line favorite is also Lulu. Nidalee ban coming out for Competarius, keeping that map control out of the way with Teemo and Nidalee gone. And there is the final Kassadin ban because no one lets Kassadin through. Amumu first pick by Competarius and an insta-lock. I think we're trying to get this underway quickly. Warwick's grabbing Eve. Sifu still thinking about it. Buddha just asked a question. Pantheon coming from Sifu. It's not Vayne that sucks, it's Buddha Rice that sucks. Carnival hovering over Zyra, Panzers on Urgot. Looks like we'll probably see a lock out of these two, hopefully quickly. Zyra, and there's the 2 locks, it is an Urgot and Zyra. Dragon Brown Wizard now hovering, let's see what they pick. Buddha Rice sucks because he plays Vayne. Suckception. And we've got a Maokai and Elise hovered and hopefully locked. There's a lock on Maokai, and Brown Wizard looking at that Elise real hard. Elise not really able to look back at him. Sona. There is Warwick's Sona. Painkiller and Booberry now up to pick their champions, getting a hover on Jarmander, and continued thought process. Booberry running down that timer, maybe trying to do some mind games and give them the least amount of time possible to counterpick. Hopefully didn't just disconnect. And a Talon hovered. Looks like we may see a Jarvan and Talon. That should be the lock. It is Painkiller selecting Jarvan, the 4th, and Blueberry on Talon. Lurch last to pick. I think we may see another Rumble out of him, or an AD champion, probably given their prevalence of AP on the team at the moment. And did I lose my co-caster? Yes, apparently... Nope, still here. Just not talking. Lurch hovering Lee Sin now.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can now hear you.
Oh, okay.
Might have muted yourself there.
Yeah, I think I flipped the switch on my headphones on accident. Okay. Did you hear me talk about the AoE comp?
Did not hear a thing since you just said words 3 seconds ago. Oh,
Okay.
and yes, summoner blockers because they matter.
Yeah. Okay. So the strat for Pex is just AoE, because they've got the Talon, the Zyra, the Jarvan, and the Amumu. That's a lot of AoE damage coming out from the Talon ult, the Talon W, and the Zyra ult, with the AoE CC from Jarvan and from Amumu. On the other hand, I really like Enema's strategy because they've got the really strong disengage between with Lee Sin. Because as soon as Jarvan jumps in, Lee Sin is just going to ult Jarvan back out, right back out at Carnival, which is going to give a lot of AoE CC and interrupt their combo. Then Kha'Zix is going to drop his ult down, and Sona's going to counter initiate ult. Then Sifu's just going to do damage and clean up. And then later in the game, when Lurch starts roaming up top, there's going to be a although actually Brown Blues may be playing Lee Sin bot the whole time. But regardless of what happens, though, the Sona plus Maokai combinations is going to do a lot of counter initiation. That's going to really do work against this AoE team comp. I think Enema did their homework right now, and they did their research, and knows how you can beat an AoE comp. Thoughts?
Well, it's really going to be interesting to see how it plays out. The Maokai is going to be a good counter to that AoE comp as far as damage goes. The Sona, if she can land her ults down the line, is going to be a great counter initiate. But that's still just a really strong AoE comp coming out of Pex. I don't know if they have the ability to deal with that. I don't know if they're going to want a team fight. They may not want to risk that and try and go for more smaller skirmishes and engages.
I think
that Amumu Zyra combo is quite dirty.
lethal. Yeah, it's gonna be about Warwick's ults and Pex baiting out the Krayog to ult early, and then dropping all their AoE outside of the Krayog ult.
If they can bait out Maokai's ult in a specific position and get around it, that's going to do a good bit for them. Oh, Conf is messaging me. And just a minute 20 left on our delay timer before we can start loading in. We do have the usual, of course, 5 revives on each team, and again, a single ignite for both. 2 exhausts and 2 garrisons, an exact mirror this time.
Oh, one, remember to KDA when we get into the game, but also remember to do to put the bot laners right next to each other, and because you can rearrange the location of each champion on the little bar on the bottom.
I was not aware of that. I'll do that this time.
Yeah. Little trick you can do, and then you can just keep doing it whenever they switch up the bot lane, if they do.
So looking at purple team, which is Enema, we do have a very strong early mid game coming out of Pantheon and Lee Sin. Looking at blue team, Pax, their mid to late game should probably outscale anything that Enema can do. This is going to be a game that Enema is going to want to take control of and close out if they can. Eve is their only really hard scaling champion. And should be loading in now.
Yep.
Going on a continuous 4 hours and 20 minutes of casting. I do believe I can still be heard, but my voice is going to give out any second now.
Actually, my voice is starting to go.
You have a full set of skins coming out of Enema.
Yep. And the incredibly bad Carnival or actually no, I think it's really Confetarius. He doesn't have a skin, and he also doesn't have a border. I think that just really shows that if Pex was able to figure out somebody just to pick up even just some Bronze League kid, they'd be able to just do a lot better without Confetarius weighing them down with his skinlessness and borderlessness.
From this, we can say that Confetarius is clearly the worst player on Maokai+Sona Child Support.
Yep. That's pretty much it. That's.
And we should be loading in to the game as everybody's on. Oh no, wait, Warwick's actually hasn't connected because Huehue Argentina.
Although
I did notice that.
I think we can note that that the person we can tell is by far the worst person in all of this is Buddha Rice, because his portrait doesn't even show up.
He does appear to be missing, and there's the pause to wait for Warwick's and our Southern Hemisphere friends.
But, yeah.
If I don't remember, and I don't say something to remind me to skip the couple seconds up to live from our pause debacle.
Wait, what is Sifu saying?
I think through ban pick, they probably could have left Kassadin open and...
No, because wasn't Sifu the one who banned him? Sifu's the one who banned Kassadin.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, they're saying
they banned differently.
They're saying not. Oh, they were thinking because remember you had the Jayce ban.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so they could have left Jayce open.
Or Kassadin. We've actually a couple months ago we did lit a Kassadin through to get Talith Jayce, and it did work out for us.
I mean, that would make sense because because Talithon Jayce would be absolutely scary if they were just like Kassadin's really OP but didn't know how.
Not very many people main Kassadin, and no one mains Kassadin that's good at him.
Yeah, exactly. Because
we do have Warwick's reconnected, so hopefully we will be starting up, and hopefully we will have absolutely no more pauses this game.
No, it's like old Frog and Nivea, where he actually just dropped playing Nivea for like 3 months in a row. Somebody let him get Nivea, and he wasn't actually. And people were like, "Froggen, how do you not carry?" And I was, "Well, I haven't touched a Nivea in 3 months because no one lets me play her normally."
Yep. All right,
hey,
game
sure
resumed.
You speed up.
And let me hit jump to live. All right, and in just 1 minute here, we'll be starting the final game of DominateDominion 51.
So stream, let's hear you cheering for who's going to win.
Am I not live yet? Jump live again? Okay, well, good.
I was gonna say, just hit the speed up button.
I did. It didn't really actually get me to live. It thought about it real hard. Oh, it looks like we've got Urgot versus Elise in bottom. and the massive AoE team comp going top for Pex.
Yeah.
Builds look to be the standard Catalyst start for Kraug on his Maokai, and then Prospectors down the line for everyone else.
And
the
then,
double
of
Grez
course, the
coming
two
out of Pex,
Grezes, yeah.
and yeah, Prospectors items for the rest.
Yeah, the Grezes, varying popularity. Yeah, so you've got Brown Boozer, Elise in bot, and then Blueberry with his Urgot. KDA and your switching bot laners to be next to each other.
Bot lane. Yoink. Alright, we're good. And off we go. Both teams going to arrive at Windmill roughly at the same time. No major speed boost coming out. Sona's minor passive aura. Warwick's going in for a power chord, and Painkiller just
doing
misses
some
that
damage
to us.
And the health bot out.
Zyra plant becoming a nuisance, but is pretty quickly dealt with.
Brown Boys are taking heavy damage.
Confitharius coming around for a rake. Lurch been seen as he tries to sneak up. Kraug decides to end the stalemate and just runs right at the enemy team and dashes at him. Conf takes an exhaust, Sifu takes an exhaust.
Yeah,
so he's trying to focus down this Confitharius, but doesn't quite do it. Conf backs off. Lurch gets a kill up on Zyra above the point.
Bottom lane, while you missed it, Blueberry overextended as Urgot, exhausted Brown Boozer. Brown Boozer turns around, throws Sonic Wave into Blueberry's face, exhausts him, jumps into him, and just drops him.
Early lead does go to Brown Boozer. 1 kill on Lee Sin. Top still being contested as these revives come out.
Yeah.
Lurch hooking around, trying to get some damage on Carnival. Sifu's gonna jump Carnival, put some damage on him, and that's down Carnival. Is he gonna get... He gets 2 people with his passive. That's some pretty good damage for his death. Talon trying to clean up, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Painkiller coming around the side. I think that Enema has this point captured.
Yep, bot lane is neutralized due to because when Brown Boozer went B after he killed Blueberry, Blueberry just pushed the wave crazy hard.
Painkiller probably going to go down. Oh no, he used Warwick's got the wrong power chord out. He used the W power chord, which is a damage reduction. It doesn't do nearly as much damage as GP power chord. Amumu lives just a little bit longer, although he is cleaned up anyways. Lee Sin actually taking down Urgot again, even off his revive HP.
Yeah. Yeah, so Brown Boozer is going to be able to win this lane, I feel, even through Urgot damage. But Urgot's going to be out pushing Lee Sin.
Lurch doing a little bit of backcapping on
point,
but not enough to get a neutral, and Conf is probably going to be able to catch up. The bleed actually finishes her anyways.
Yeah. Conf missing that W.
Warwick's hit with a sweeper, and both Kraug and Warwick's are visible to Pex. Brown Bruiser taking a little bit of a fight over to Confitharius.
Again, showing Confitharius is just so weak without skin or border.
Worst player ever. Oh, he's gonna walk, and he walks right into Kraug, who just locks him down. Tries to get out, he does actually manage to leap out on Sona. Sona only hits Painkiller with ult.
Just sort of walks into
target.
the Pantheon.
Then walks back in and dies. Pantheon and Sona versus Jarvan and Zyra. Pantheon is going to go down. Jarvan also going to go down. Lurch should be able to clean up Carnival with Sona's help here. Pretty big wave pushing top. Think they'll be able to get up there in time to prevent it from neutraling though.
Blueberry barely survives bot lane.
There is a revive coming out of Brown Bruiser. Should be able to prevent any sort of cap. Will he be able to catch up? Might get a kill here. If he can land. Oh, there's the swap. And, oh, he whiffs. He whiffs. But Warwick's there to finish this. Three people coming up from Pex to siege top. Only 2, but there's a Maokai on a point. Oh, that's a Pantheon jumping in on top of this team fight, which could be very bad for Pex. Confitharius taking a lot of damage. It looks like Lurch is going to chase him down and kill him. Painkiller trying to run away while crying, doing a little bit of AoE damage to those chasing him, but he gets locked down by Maokai. That should be the end of him, and he falls. Yeah,
Cheese Enema is crushing this game.
They're going to have to.
Kills are very one-sided right now.
They're going to want to close out this game, because like I said, I do believe that Pex is going to scale this better. There's that Q power cord just putting some heavy damage on the Carnival. Should be a kill.
Yeah.
Maokai being chased off by Urgot. And there's the slow coming out and a dead Maokai. Pex successfully defending their own mid quest point, but Brown Bruiser has been taking bot while Urgot had wandered top.
Yeah, Wallach's got the pick off onto Carnival, with just Sona being crazy fast.
Looks like he's pretty dead here, unless Painkiller can do some serious work. There's the Sona kill for the last couple points of HP. Jarvan coming around. Bot lane is capped by Brown Bruiser and Wallach's.
Oh. This is really good play by Enema.
And Lurch is going to put pressure on Pex's mid to keep them from focusing on bot. They're going to have a really hard time coming back from this.
This is... No,
Maybe
I
a
did
5
not
cap
expect.
here, and including this cap on quest point.
No, it's as I said though, it's the counter, it's the disengage comp. Sifu Calvin overextending.
Oh, and that is a
5
kill.
cap though.
That is a 5 cap for Enema. And this is really what they need to be doing.
This is what Krayout getting the Garrison interrupt.
A little bit of a troll Garrison there. And Confiteris walks into his death. That bush was full of doom. Amumu ulting,
and that is why
Jarvan ulting. Crowd gonna live as long as he can. Actually gets the kill off his first ult with all that damage coming in at him. Still a 5 cap. Those points are ticking down real fast for Pex here. Brown Bruiser coming in, gonna probably get a kill on. Oh no, Amumu walks off with that Garrison, saving his life, or Exhaust saving his life. Brown Bruiser dies. The Panzer's here. Still a 4 cap in favor of Enema. Confiteris and Blueberry going to try and recap their bot point. Pantheon, Sifu's Pantheon jumping in. Confiteris dies again and is hit with a sweeper, so he can't get out of this with his ult. Blueberry is exhausted. Pantheon again putting a lot of damage down. Painkiller also just walking into a team. Sona ults only hits one person, but it may be enough to keep this going. Warwick's and Sifu both quite low. They may want to give up this point and hold their 3. Continue to pressure top.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah, they need to reset.
Yeah, Warwick's is gonna back this off. Good decision, I think.
Because respawn timers are now starting to go in favor.
Quite heavily in favor
Pex.
of Pex now.
Yeah, so you can't afford to just trade kills anymore, 1v1. That's the thing about the respawn timers, is it forces you to actually change your strategy.
Yeah, we've got 3 people from Pex jumping back in on this solo Maokai, always solo Maokai trying to guard his point. It takes so long to kill that Garrison, just keeping that point along.
Oh wow,
okay, the
Maokai...
I believe Comp's gonna get that neutral though. Yeah. So now it's a 3v3. Panzers goes down quite quickly. Comp's gonna melt as well. Carnival's gonna have to get out of here. I don't think he can do anything about it.
Top though is going
top
well
goes
in favor
back
of Blueberry.
to Enema, but bottom falls and Brown Bruiser dies to be a rate. Looks like he's gonna get a cap off of that.
Let's get another one off the back of that one. Get another cap off the back of that. Okay, so this is what Pex needs.
Yeah, now if Pex can use this momentum, use those respawn timers and their better scaling champions, they can turn this game around.
But
Blueberry's gonna die here though. There's nothing you can do about it.
This is not the fights they want.
There's gonna be a 4v1 top coming for this Evelynn. They need to engage very quickly if they want to take this.
And Sifu, I think, is actually gonna back cap.
Warwick does land his rig.
Sifu's heading top.
But
he's got man drop.
Tremendous amount of damage from that Sona as he's building no magic resist, no health. He's got nothing to stop that Sona burst coming in from her base damage. Sifu is hit with his Zyra ult, knocked up and dies. Warwick's gonna run off, Painkiller chasing Warwick's away so they can secure this cap top.
Against that arcade Sona doing a lot of work.
8-bit OP.
Yeah.
Brown Bruiser trying for something a little bit sneaky here.
He actually tried this earlier. It got it. This is what
that what got him the kill?
It works.
Okay.
It works better.
Alright, and we have a 1v1 fight. Brown Bruiser versus Blueberry. Who comes out on top? Elise or Urgot. Looks like Urgot's starting to scale out of.
Yeah, Brown Bruiser did that earlier, and
too.
Urgot came out on top. But Brown Bruiser was trying to do something. It's the more even trade that he's going to get, because if he just stands in the lane, he's going to just get destroyed by Urgot ranged.
Looks like a skirmish waiting to happen mid. Warwick's still leading the charge, even with his low base HP. that sweeper really helping him pull up, but he's maybe checked a little bit too hard with his phase. Kha'Zix does go down here. Everybody fighting in the middle of a Maokai ult. Panzer's taking a lot of damage. I think he's going to go down to this combination of Maokai, Pantheon, and he does. There's Evelynn cleaning up with that storm shield. I don't believe Confiteris can take that. Yeah, Confiteris is going to die to that Evelynn he was chasing.
Yeah. Blueberry again, though, just taking down Brown Bruiser.
Blueberry is going to have to do his best to carry his team because they're not doing what they need to do top to turn this in their favor.
But the thing is, so long as Blueberry keeps holding things, keeps holding bot and prevents Purple from ever really getting from Enema from really keeping a 3 cap.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's basically by the time
Enema
is able to cap back top.
They're having a lot of issue with Kraug being able to hold these points forever. 1v3 though. So even with those people being diverted bot, Kraug is just delaying that top point.
But now Sifu is going to get in.
Oh, Sifu's in a bad place though. He just got caught by his arrow, but no one really wanted to engage on that.
When Sifu man drops in, he's been overextending too much and getting killed, which meant that by the time support arrived, Sifu was already dead, which meant that Wallix couldn't do as much because it was solo as opposed to helping.
You have a 3v2. It looks like Confiteris is going to clean up Sifu here. Wallix probably going to fall as well. The last garrison though to just delay it just a touch longer.
Yeah, I mean those garrisons are worth it.
Brown Bruiser again trying to fight that 1v1 on Urgot. Just kicks him away to disengage. Pex does take Windmill back off of this, but it is a 3v4 and that is a very dead Confiteris. Wallix does land another down the line Sona ult that hits both of the remaining champions and picks up a kill off of Q.
Yeah, Sifu was going to get that if Wallix didn't. The Panth auto-crit spears are really strong.
Brown Bruiser looking to be in a bit of a pinch here with Amumu coming in, and that's a dead Brown Bruiser. Blueberry again probably going to get a neutral on bottom unless Pantheon can do something spectacular here. That is the neutral. Blueberry maybe going down. Oh, walks out of Heartseeker, gets that slow off, but is not going to be able to kite well enough. Sifu's going to go down to Pan's killer, and Warwick's going to try and stall this point out against the Amumu. Amumu misses bandage toss, that's not going to be good for him. There's that power core doing some extra damage. Confiteris coming to support though. Should be a dead Warwick's.
Yeah, but again though, it's the 1-for-1 trades are not good for Enema due to the respawn timer difference.
There's that Maokai ult again just stalling that top point out. 1v2 and there's not enough they can do about it, but it does look like this point's going to get neutral to minions, and Kraug's going to now have to deal with 2 players and no turret support. Goes down. Oh, but here comes the Pantheon drop. Can he kill one or both of them? Looks like a dead Carnival. Panzer's coming in. Doesn't look like he wants to fight that Pantheon right now, though. Lurch coming in with Eve. That's going to clean that up. Top should be going back to choose Enema. Brown Bruiser again having serious issues against Blueberry's Urgot.
Yeah, the important thing though is that top barely just wasn't capped, which meant that they didn't even manage to take down some of Enema's advantage.
Now, Kraug was able to swing bottom and clean up Blueberry. Brown Bruiser is still alive. Amumu looking to try and clean this up with Confiteris, but there is a Maokai and a Pantheon coming from behind.
Bruiser's dead.
Two going top, Jarvan and Zyra, trying to siege this point. Lurch not seen, although he does walk into that sweeper miss, so now he is quite revealed. Zyra ult coming down, pops up both Evelynn and Sona, but not enough to keep them off of this point. Bot lane, we have another skirmish going on. Confiteris cleans up.
Yeah.
Kraug walking off.
Kraug
Looks
just
like
too low.
Blueberry is again going to, with the support of his team, take bot point. And actually Pex cleaned up top as well in that small skirmish. Sona goes down. Looks to be a 4 cap for Pex. They still are in this game.
Although, yeah. Lurch is revived, warded off by Amumu.
We've got a Pantheon ult coming to the bushes. looks like a very dead Blueberry. I don't think I'm gonna hold this point for very long. Amumu pushing the minions towards Enema's mid. Eve gonna hook around. 3 people coming back out of Hex. Zyra and Jarmander going. Jarmander getting storm buff. Zyra checking around for stragglers near the enemy speed shrine. Bot lane's been recapped by Enema. It's a 3-2 cap. 52 points, 220.
Yeah. Bot laner builds. The key thing here is that Brown Bruiser's thing is it's hard to itemize against Urgot other than just like armor and health.
Warwick and Sifu both got caught very badly top. It's not looking good for them here. Brown Bruiser and Kraug engaging Blueberry bot. Competeris coming to help. Also a skirmish going on at mid. Sona trying to hold off with Evelynn support. Garrison coming down. Warwick's trying to get away from this painkiller. Bandage toss hits. Still kiting. Lurch coming in from the side trying to hold off Jarvan and Zyra. Coming back in. Gets hit. Storm Shield is doing a ton of damage. There's a dunk. And Evelynn goes down.
Done.
Sona has to retreat back to her base. It looks like it's going to be a neutralize for Hazel and Transport with this minion wave coming here. Bot lane also a 2v1. Competeris trying to clean up Brown Bruiser with Blueberry. There's the ult. The sweeper keeps him visible. Brown Bruiser follows him. Sona gets an ult down the line. Very good ult again. Brown Bruiser and Sona trying to fight. That heal keeps him alive, and Sona and Lee Sin prevail.
Yeah, Warwick looks to be trying to back cap.
Well, he's gonna just run right down the lane. Sifu Kelvin pushed off of the storm buff by Zyra and her plants. All 3 players of Enema heading top were hit with that sweeper, so they're visible to Hex. Sona is pushing that bot lane. Blueberry and Comiteris are gonna have to respond to that. Garrison goes down top. Maokai engaging on Panzers. Zyra ult coming down, popping up 2 of the 3 players. Painkiller now coming up with Amumu to turn the tide of this fight.
Yeah.
Warwick's is now fighting Competeris. Competeris chasing Warwick's to the end of time. Looks to be a bad decision, though. I think Lee Sin's gonna catch up and make him regret. Oh, and he whiffs. Looks like Comp may walk out of this. Fighting. Now, Comp's probably dead.
I'll just note that Sifu Calvin right now has a lot of gold. He is by far the way ahead in gold due to the sheer amount of kills. He's got 18 kills.
Blueberry lands a corrosive charge. He's gonna try and 1v2 this Brown Bruiser, Sona, Lee Sin combination. Putting damage on Sona this time instead of Lee Sin. Probably, no, not gonna get a kill. Gets kicked out of range of his last fire on his Q. Does not kill Walks. Falls to Brown Bruiser. Game's getting closer and closer. 52 to 112. And as Peck scales, their chances improve.
Yeah.
Eve gets caught out of position, dies to Competeris and Painkiller. Brown Bruiser are also going to follow the duo. Warwick's going to try and help this out.
Yeah, Warwick's
going to get zoned by Painkiller. Don't think he has enough damage to deal with. Oh,
he doesn't quite have enough
goes
damage.
online, auto attack, and Q finishes it. Going to try and run off from Painkiller. Painkiller whiffs bandage toss. Warwick is going to have to stay down here and try and keep Painkiller off that point to keep them from bleeding out any further. Jarvan looking at that storm buff mid. Doesn't know if he wants to get it. Sifu doesn't want to stop him. It looks like Jarvan. Oh, there's a Graveling. Not in time. Lurch gets caught. Painkiller's going to fall to this, though, I believe. That Q coming off of Lurch. And Blueberry also gets cleaned up. They're going to cap their bottom. And now they're going to pressure Peck's bottom point while there's a skirmish going on towards top here.
Yeah.
Both teams backing off.
Yeah,
Competeris is going to have to deal with 2 people down here. Sifu and Brown Bruiser. I don't think he can. Alright, he just gets immediately jumped on and just insta-gibbed. That is the end of Competeris. And it should be a neutralized bottom. I don't think a cap, though, for Choose Enema.
Yeah, Pex has barely pulled ahead by 2 points, 52 to 50. This is a very close game now. However, again, it's the...
Exhaust coming out on Blueberry, and this is going to be a cleanup for Painkiller and Blueberry without too much damage taken. So Blueberry, he's going to waddle towards Enema's bot lane point. Warwick's taking some damage from Panzers. Kraug goes in on Carnival. Lurch comes in from the side, kills Competeris instantly. Carnival still taking damage from Lurch. Lurch dies. Lurch just destroys Carnival. Sona following up, chasing down Panzers. This could be bad for Pex if they get cleaned up too badly here. Maokai's going to take top, but Blueberry has drawn Sifu bot instead of to help his team top to try and secure this bot point. Warwick's is going to die to 3 players of Pex. All 3 now running top as the Graveling lets Maokai know they're coming. He's not going to be able to cap this point. I don't know how long he'll be able to hold it against 3 without support though. There is Panzers here, low, but no, Kraug's going to die too quickly to do anything about it.
And
that
Sifu's
should be a cap.
No man drop.
Yeah, Sifu's man drop is down because he had to go help bottom. 30 points left on the Nexus for Enema, 52 for Pex.
Talk about a comeback. But again, it's the late game team fight comp. Because the problem with Lee Sin is that yes, he can beat Urgot early, but late game, you aren't touching Urgot at all.
Pex picked a very strong scaling composition, and Enema needed to close that game out. They had that great 5 cap early, they were doing so much work, and they just couldn't finish the game.
Yeah.
And at this point, Pex is just outscaling them. I don't know if there's anything they can do. As they tick down to 11, Blueberry fighting Brown Bruiser. If Brown Bruiser gets the kill here, he gets the kill, Graveling coming. Competitors going to come try and stop this cap though. I think he can delay it.
Is Conf going to stop the cap?
Or
no,
yeah,
Brown Bruiser, you need to be
to
be capping.
He can't. That's the game.
That's
all right.
Brown
well
Bruiser
played.
wasn't capping.
A great game again. I'm
that was
glad
very,
this was
very
much
game.
better than our second game. A very close game. Well played by both teams, and DominateDominion number 51 goes to Evelynn child support.
For the nth time in a row? Or
not in a row. They actually lost 2 weeks ago to Enema with back capping AP Shaco.
Yep. Really well done, Pax. With that back cap. Brown Bruiser, you probably could have if you had capped that last point, I don't think Conf would have been able to reach you, which
Amumu
means
leading both teams. Amumu does so much damage. Amumu leading both teams in damage that game.
Damage dealt to champions. Oh my, that's so much damage. Amumu actually led damage dealt to champions.
Amumu dealt damage dealt to champions 43,631. Well, congratulations to both teams, and congratulations to Pex on their win.
Yep.
Enjoy your RV, and I hope you all enjoyed our hopefully gradually improving cast of DominateDominion 51. We'll see you next week.
Thank you guys. Bye.